أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء وسيد المرسلين أبي القاسم محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين الغر الميامين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. My beloved brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Ali al-Burji, your presenter for tonight. You are watching us live on Safir TV Sky 847. And with us tonight, we are honored to have Samahatul Sayyid Muhammad al-Musawi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sayyidina.
Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bless you.
May Allah bless you too, Maulana.
And
Thank you so much for making again for this Shahr
bless you.
Ramadan time out
bless
of
you.
your
God bless you.
busy timetable to join us and share your experience and knowledge
God bless
in
you.
this beautiful month of Shahr Ramadan. May
Alhamdulillah.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all your efforts and
Ameen.
your struggles and
Ameen.
your fasts, inshallah.
Ameen. Ameen.
Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, I would like to inform you, brothers and sisters, that with Sayyid Muhammad Musa, we will have a series of live shows and we will try to discuss topics surrounding Shahr Ramadan and general facts we would like to expose to yourselves and inshallah try and derive the meanings of Shahr Ramadan. Also from the fiqh aspect, we would like to discuss and understand the rulings of fasting and anything that surrounds this holy month. With regards to our viewers, all of you who are able to view us on Sky, that is great. From Sky 847, that is. For any of you who are unable to reach us through Sky, you may also watch us live online on www.safirtv.com. And for our brothers and sisters who would like to join our discussion, by all means, please do so. It is very crucial that you phone in, add to our discussion, share your opinions or ask our Sayyid questions on 0203 515 1234. I repeat, 0203 515 1234. And inshallah, I've been informed by the control panel that soon, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, by tomorrow, we should have WhatsApp as well. So for any of you that are unable to call us, you can text us your questions and opinions to the matters. Now, inshallah, today we will discuss, since we've barely touched Shahr Ramadan, most of us are still trying to adjust to the fast and get ourselves that spiritual motivation to get into the environment of Shahr Ramadan. We would like to go through just general facts of Shahr Ramadan for all our viewers, because at the end of the day we may have non-Muslim viewers as well, or Muslims who have reverted or converted and are still new and they haven't been informed or they haven't acquired the knowledge to understand this holy month. And for our young viewers, the young Muslims who are now reaching the stages of taklif and they're still learning this beautiful religion that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with.
Alhamdulillah.
So inshallah, Maulana, we would like to start with Shahr Ramadan as itself. What is the meaning of this holy name, Ramadan, and where has it been derived from? Bismillah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The name of the month of Ramadan, we have got that in Arabic language. Ramadan. Ramadan is in the language meaning the rain which comes after the hot season. The rain means the beginning of the rain after the hot season is called Ramadan, and that rain which washes up everything, which covers the earth, trees, everything. That is Ramadan. This is one of the linguistic meaning of Ramadan. And Ramadan is the month of blessings, which comes to wash up the sins of the believers. We have got also that Ramadan from the heat, but the rain which comes after the heat is also called Ramadan, which is more suitable meaning in the language. So the month of Ramadan is the month in which the mercy of Allah showers on people to wash the sins and errors which were being committed in the past. No doubt we have got hadiths saying don't say Ramadan, but say month of Ramadan.
Ahsantum, Sayyidina. I'm happy you brought it up because I was going to ask you about this, the importance of the name itself and why.
Don't say Ramadan like people say Ramadan Kareem. It is not Ramadan, it is month of Ramadan. The hadith says that Ramadan is one of the names of Allah. So it is month of Ramadan, month of Allah. In short, month of showered mercy and forgiveness. A month in which the believers are being invited to be guests of Allah. A month in which those who believe and fast and fulfill their duties, their breathing will be like worshipping Allah. Their resting will be like tasbih. So the greatest month in the year, the best chance for the believers to purify themselves, to elevate spiritually, to be better human beings, to strengthen their willpower, to have more lessons of remembering Allah always, because the month of Ramadan teaches us to remember Allah from the beginning of the day till the beginning of the night. And we don't have such ibadah like the siyam. No worship in Islam takes so long. Even the salah, which is the most important ibadah. Salah does not take more than 15 minutes or half an hour or more or less.
Excluding the nawafil.
Yes.
Well, only the wajibat.
No, but the obligatory. Yeah, the obligatory. But fasting is the ibadah which goes along from the beginning of the day till the beginning of the night. So long time of ibadah, which makes the believer keep on remembering Allah as far as he remembers that he is in a state of ibadah, and remember that Allah is with him and Allah is seeing him. This feeling gives us a lot of benefit of piousness.
Why has Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chosen this month specifically, or this time of the year, and not any other month?
Allah knows. Of course, Allah does not ordain anything on us without real reason. But the real reason is not always known to us. We know that every order from Allah is according to the absolute wisdom. But the details of the wisdom is not known to us. we say Allahu wa Rasuluhu a'lam. Allah and His Messenger know better. We know for sure that everything which comes from Allah through the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, or any of his hujjah, is according to absolute knowledge and wisdom, which is based on our benefit. So this month of Ramadan, which comes sometimes in the summer, sometimes in the winter, sometimes in the spring, sometimes in the autumn, it is because of the benefit that Allah knows. That's why He said, Shahr Ramadhan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran. We are not left without the timing. I mean, no one can say, okay, I will fast, but in the month of December. No.
Sayyidina, sorry,
Yes,
sorry
please.
to disrupt you. We do have a caller. Assalamu
Yes, please.
alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum
assalam
wa
wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sister. Yes, do you have a question for Sayyid, or would you like to contribute?
I just wanted to say that I'm so happy that we've got a program like this, because a lot of other channels, they don't go deep in the level of what you kind of speak about. So it's very, very good. I mean, mashallah, when I tuned in last time when you done something, I've learned something, you know.
Alhamdulillah, that's the aim of
as an individual, we're all going to have Ramadan and we're going to fast, but we're all going to do something different within of our own desires. Because we're individual people, we're all going to get our own individual benefits. And like Malana, you're saying, it's high levels, low levels, so it's lots of different levels that we can learn and be, inshallah. It's about building your character and controlling your desires as well. You see, if one doesn't stop the showing off and they don't control the desires, but then they're not getting the real benefits of Ramadan. Ramadan strips down all showing off and me. It's all about keeping yourself away, you're supposed to get something spiritually and climb up a level. If you're not feeling that, then, because like sometimes I think when your channel talks about the 12 Imams, I love listening to that and I love learning about it, but some channels, they don't talk about the 12 Imams. They don't find it very important. They don't talk about Karbala, but that's something to do with Ramadan. That's Islam as well. I know we have Mecca, we have Hajj and everything like Medina, but we also have the 12 Imams. We have Karbala, and that should be surrounded together with all the Islamic things. And that's all I wanted to say. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, sister. Thank you very much for calling, and we do appreciate, and alhamdulillah, that's the aim of Safir TV
I would
as
like
well.
to add on the point that the sister has mentioned. No doubt that our iman increases when we are more near to the Prophet and his holy progeny, Ahlul Bayt. Those who worship Allah forgetting about the Prophet and Ahlul Bayt can never reach to the status of the real Iman. In this time, the deputy of the Prophet, the successor of the Prophet, is Imam al-Mahdi, Ajjalallahu ta'ala farajuhu al-Sharif. We fast, obeying Allah and obeying the successor of the Prophet, and we fast same time when the Imam fasts, and we start our fast same time when he starts his fast, and we end our fast same time when our Imam ends his fast. And the quality of our fasting, we try to keep it as our Imam taught us, that fasting is not only to be hungry and thirsty. The aim of fasting is much, much bigger than that. No doubt, we do feel hunger and thirst, while fasting, but that is the preparation for our hearts and minds to become better human beings, to become people with more taqwa, piousness, with better akhlaq, with softer heart and better sympathy on others. We follow our Imam alayhi salam in our fasting, and we follow our Imam in our prayers, and we follow our Imam in each and every matter in religion, because this is the only way to follow the Prophet, peace be upon him and his progeny, and there is no way to obey Allah and follow his teaching, but only to go through following the Prophet and his holy progeny, Ahlul Bayt.
Ahsantum Sayyidina. Ahsantum, well said. Inshallah now, going back to our discussion regarding the holy month of Ramadan.
A sister telephoned just before a few minutes before the program, and she said that she had her menstrual cycle started 3 hours before Maghrib.
Mm-hmm.
She fasted the whole day,
Mm-hmm.
but 3 hours before Maghrib she had her period, the monthly period
Mm-hmm.
of menstruation started.
What does she do in that
So
situation?
she is asking, can I eat or drink, or I need to wait till Maghrib? The answer, any minute, any moment the menstrual cycle starts,
Mhm.
then you are allowed to eat and drink,
Mhm.
because there is no fasting with the menstruation. The menstrual cycle, when it starts and it goes on any number of days, minimum number of days of the period is 3 days. Anything which is less than 3 days is not the cycle. And the maximum number of days for the cycle, the period, is 10 days. So during the cycle, no fasting and no prayer as well. No salah and no fasting. But the salah which is not being performed due to the period, there is no qada for it. You don't need to pray it again. While the fasting which you don't keep because of the period of the menstruation, you need to keep the qada of it later on after the month of Ramadan.
Subhanallah. Just because you brought up this fiqhi issue, Sayyidina, I have a question for you with regards to a person who is fasting in the holy month of Ramadan. And for example, you may have some sort of surgery, medical surgery. Obviously, because of the surgery, you will have to be forced to break your fast, whether being injected with any sort of medicine or
Injection will not harm the fast.
injection will not harm the fast.
No,
But if what's the other word for it? When you're given, I forgot the word for it. When you're having a surgery and you're given some sort of liquid that passes through you, that breaks your fast, doesn't it?
The enema.
The enema.
Only the enema. Enema breaks the fast.
Enema breaks the fast. Should the person, because we have a caller, I just want to quickly, should the person, because he knows that he will have to eventually break his fast, break it from the day before?
No.
Or pray until when the operation happens?
The person who knows that he will go through operation is not allowed to break his fast right away.
Okay.
Till the doctor say, now you have to drink this.
Ahsantum. Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
brother. Bismillah.
My name is Fadil, calling from Brighton. I just wanted to know, In the holy month of Ramadan, are you allowed to serve food to non-Muslims as if you're working in a restaurant or something?
Are you allowed to serve or to eat
To
from
serve, to
non-Muslims?
serve.
Serve food to
Okay.
non-Muslims.
If you're employed, then
You
you're
are
working.
employed and you serve food to non-Muslims. What is wrong
And
in it?
also, if you are just giving food, let's say, to poor people or something.
Okay. Is it allowed for the Muslim to give food to non-Muslims during the month of Ramadan? The answer: non-Muslims don't have fasting. You are allowed to give them food, but you are not allowed to give food to Muslims who don't fast out of negligence or they don't care for religion. Means Muslims who commit the sin of deliberately not fasting, we are not allowed to give them food, because we will be then helping them to do wrong, to eat or to drink. But non-Muslims who don't have fasting in their religion, and you are employed in a restaurant and you are giving them food, that is not haram on you.
So even if he's Muslim by name, by the way, thank you very much, Brother Fadil, for your question. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. Even if someone may be a Muslim by name, but is not multazim, meaning that he doesn't
Not-
observe his
yeah,
religion.
not practicing Islam.
Yes.
We are not allowed to serve food
Okay.
to any Muslim who is not fasting for no reason. Say a Muslim who is ill,
No.
he is allowed not to fast. A Muslim who is traveling, the traveler does not fast.
No.
But a Muslim who is neither ill nor traveler, and he does not care for Islam and for fasting, so such person should not be helped to commit the major sin of not fasting.
Ahsantum, Sayyidina.
Those who don't fast for a valid reason, say a person who is not well, and between brackets, not everyone who is not well is exempted from fasting. Not every illness can make the person leave fasting. It is only such illness or that illness which either initiates an illness which is initiated by fasting, or an illness which is existing, but if someone fasts, then the illness will be worsened. And third option, the illness which is existing, but if someone fasts, then the time of the illness will be more, will be prolonged. In any of these three options, fasting will not be obligatory. But someone has got an illness which does not have anything to do with fasting. Say, for example, someone has got pain in his legs. Illness, but does not have anything to do with fasting. He must fast. Any illness which is not linked to fasting does not allow us to leave fasting. But say a person who has got an illness which can be harmed or initiated by fasting, so he's not fasting for a valid reason. For such persons, they should not eat or drink openly in front of people. It is not. Yes, please.
Afwan, sorry, I hate to interrupt you. We do have a caller.
Yes,
However,
please.
before
Yes,
answering the caller, we need to get his question or her question,
Yes,
and
please.
inshallah we'll answer it after the short break.
Yes,
yeah?
please. Yeah.
Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum.
Hello?
Yes, brother. If you would like to state your name and where you're calling us from, Bismillah, go ahead. If not, you can go straight ahead to the question.
Your question, please.
Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan
Alaikum
Mubarak.
salam.
Alaikum
I'm
salam,
Abbas from
Ramadan
Birmingham.
Kareem.
Okay, yes, please.
Sayyid, I want to ask you, in our community now there is too much talking about the fatwa that say you are allowed to do iftar when Maghrib didn't reach. You do iftar in the time of Mecca or in the time of Karbala. I want to know about this fatwa, and can can you explain more about this fatwa? Is it true or not? And if yes, how we can do iftar before the Maghrib?
This opinion of breaking the fast before Maghrib is something very strange.
Have we got any other question, brother?
No, just this one. I want more detail about this.
Okay,
Okay, sure.
Okay.
The Sayyid will answer your question and he'll go in full detail as soon as we come back from the short break.
Just wait for us.
Jazakumullah khair.
Wait for a few minutes.
Jazakumullah khair. Sayyidina, inshallah, we'll be right back after the short break. Dear brothers and sisters, stay tuned and we'll come back to answer this important question. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ya Ali Madad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, my beloved brothers and sisters. You are watching us live on Safir TV. This is the special live show series for Shahr Ramadan produced by Safir TV, lessons and reflections for Shahr Ramadan. Just a quick reminder for any of you who would like to call us and join our discussion or ask Sayyid Muhammad Al-Musawi a question, by all means do so by calling 0203 515 1234, and inshallah we'll come up with the WhatsApp number in the following days. Before we went to a short break, we had a brother who called and asked a beautiful question regarding a fatwa that some of our brothers and sisters fasting in countries such as the UK may break their fast before Waqt al-Salah, Waqt al-Maghrib, and use the timings of Medina al-Munawwara and al-Kaaba al-Sharifa. And inshallah, Sayyid Muhammad will answer this question with regards to the fatwa. How is it, inshallah, how is it justified, and what is the ruling behind it?
Bismillah. It is not, in fact, not real fatwa. It is an opinion which goes against the Quranic verse. Quran is very clear. We have got a principle that لا اجتهاد مع النص. When there is a text, no way of opinion. The opinion is only when we don't have clear text. Allah in Quran is telling us ثم أتم الصيام إلى الليل. The timing of fasting is very clear in Quran, starting from the Fajr and completing the fast when the night starts. 99% of our scholars, or maybe more, follow the Quranic verse. One or two who have got opinion, we respect their right to think, but we clearly say that this opinion can never be followed because it goes against a very clear verse in Quran about the timing of fasting. When Allah says ثم أتم الصيام إلى الليل, breaking the fast before the start of the night means the fast is not completed. Can you pray your Salat al-Maghrib? Say for example nowadays in UK, if the Maghrib time is 9:25 or 9:30 or less or more, and someone is claiming that we can break our fast, say 7 o'clock, means 2.5 hours before Maghrib. Can you pray your Salat al-Maghrib 7 o'clock when the sun is still there? You know that you cannot, because your Salah will be invalid. Exactly the same, you are not allowed, we are not allowed to break our fast, but when the night starts, exactly according to the ruling and the order in Quran. That is the Quranic fact, and no one has got right to overcome the Quranic orders. That is the answer briefly on this matter.
Ahsantum, Maulana. I have a question that comes
Yes,
with
please.
the brother's question. What about some brothers and sisters who live in certain locations on the planet where fasting is even longer than in the UK, or even in Alaska? You may hear of places that sometimes during the year there's never any sunset. It's day 24 hours. What are they going to do?
Okay, that is a different issue totally. If someone lives in a place where there's no day and night in the 24 hours, either continuous day or continuous night, especially in the north or south pole. In that case, if someone lives in a place where there's no day and night, he must follow the timings of the nearest city or place where day and night is there. So the 24 hours, which is completely either day or night, he should follow the timing of nearest place which has got usual timing of day and night.
Ahsantum. We do have another caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, brother. Bismillah.
My name is Laith. I'm calling from Reading as well. My question is, my profession is a lifeguard, right? And
Your
of course
profession
in
is
swimming
life?
pool-
Lifeguard.
Lifeguard of swimming pool.
Lifeguard.
Right.
With
Okay.
swimming pool.
Okay, lifeguard.
I know for a fact that if I put my head underwater, then that breaks my my qiyam.
Yes.
But if I don't work in that field, then I'll be financially unstable with my family and have children to feed. What is my solution then? Because that is my only source of income for my family and my children.
Okay.
Ahsantum. Thank you, brother. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ease your struggling and your fasting as well.
The brother
Ahsantum.
is working as a lifeguard,
Yes, at a swimming pool. That's a very important
and
issue.
he is supposed to help people who are in danger. The answer, either you do your job without letting your head immerse in the water,
That's going to be a bit difficult.
if you can. I mean, a person like you should be experienced. I think it is not difficult for you, unless you want to go and dive inside to bring someone from the water. That is a different issue. But if you can do your job without immersing your head inside the water, then there is no problem at all. But if you are to dive or to immerse your head inside the water, there is no way. Ayatollah Sistani says your fasting is not invalid, but the act itself is haram. And the act which is haram, if you are saving somebody's life, it can be permissible to save somebody's life, as we have got al-darurat tubihul mahdurat.
MashaAllah.
Say, it is not allowed for me as a man, for you to touch any female who is not related to me, like my mother, my wife, my sister, my daughter. But if you see a female who is dying and you want to save her life, yes, you must save her life even by touching her and holding her and bringing her up. So, in the case of saving somebody's life, you can do that. Your fast, according to Ayatollah Sistani, is not invalid. According to the majority, is invalid. But if you do taqlid of Ayatollah Sistani, it is not invalid, and the act itself is haram. So that because of saving somebody's life, it can be accepted. But I advise you, my respected brother, to avoid endangering your fast. I mean, if you can take leave in the month of Ramadan, or if you can work the hours which are after iftar, try to save your fasting as much as you can. Yes, please.
Ahsantum Maulana. I would like to thank the brother who called in. That was a very important question that a lot of people might had needed
But
the answer.
those who go for
No.
swimming, I mean, now you say that you are lifeguard, but a person who goes for swimming just for exercise, he should be careful not to immerse his head inside the water during the daytime of the month of Ramadan.
But even better during this holy month, why risk it?
Of
It's
course,
best
always,
to avoid swimming while fasting if there is no necessity for it.
no doubt, to be precautious
Yes.
is very important. But if in case someone said, I want to swim, but I am sure that I will not immerse my head inside the water, we don't tell him that it's haram.
Sayyidina, because unfortunately we are running out of time. Always, time is our enemy sometimes, especially in these live shows. Before at least finishing off for today, I want us to go through the rulings of what invalidates fasting, especially since we've now entered the holy month of Shahr Ramadan.
What invalidates fasting?
What invalidates fasting? Yes.
Eating, drinking, which is deliberate. If someone eats or drinks unintentionally, say he forgets and he drinks, or he forgets and he eats, his fast is valid. But as soon as he remembers, he must spit out whatever in his mouth. Eating even the smallest amount of food, even the food remaining between the teeth, if someone deliberately swallows that remainings, that will also invalidate his fast. Take the call, please.
Ahsantum Sayyidina. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
I have a question.
Please, by all means, sister, go ahead.
Can we brush our teeth and mouth in Ramadan?
Yes. Can we brush our teeth and mouth in the month of Ramadan? Yes, we are allowed, but we have to be sure that nothing goes inside our stomach. So it is allowed to brush your teeth and to clean your mouth. You can even use the mouthwash. The mouthwash liquid is allowed to use, but you have to be sure that nothing goes inside your stomach.
Ahsanti, sister. Have you got any other questions? Oh,
Okay,
sister is off. Thank you very much.
Things which also invalidate fasting.
Eating and drinking was the first one.
First, eating. Second, drinking.
Okay.
Number 3, any sexual act which makes the person in the state of janaba. Any deliberate. Sometimes it happens without intention. Say someone is sleeping during the day of month of Ramadan.
And has a wet dream, for example.
And when he was sleeping during the day, he had wet dream. His fasting is valid.
He just needs to do ghusl?
For salah.
Ghusl janaba.
Only for salah.
Okay.
Otherwise, his fasting is valid. But if someone became in the state of janaba during the night, he must perform the ghusl of janaba before the start of the fajr. So any sexual act means the married couple should avoid having sexual intercourse during the day of the month of Ramadan. The masturbation is itself a sinful act all the times. In the month of Ramadan, it invalidates fasting.
Is that number 4, or is that included in sexual interaction and
Any,
intercourse?
any sexual act which leads to state of janaba is haram, and it invalidates the fast. Also, from things which invalidate fasting is lying on Allah, the Prophet, and the infallibles. If someone lies deliberately claims that, say for example, God forbid, fasting is not obligatory. Allah didn't say that we should fast. Astaghfirullah. Allah didn't say that we should pray. Anyone who lies on Allah or the Prophet or any of the infallibles deliberately, his fast will be invalid.
Maulana, with regards to breaking your fast, very good question. A lot may not know regarding the kafara. What would the kafara be for breaking your fast? For what we've discussed so far.
Okay.
And explain what is kafara as well.
Kafara is a penalty. Kafara is a penalty. If someone breaks his fast, he has committed a sinful act, he needs to seek forgiveness, and he needs to keep that day as qada, and he needs to also pay the kafara. The kafara for breaking the fast nowadays is either feeding 60 poor persons or fasting 2 months for every single day if the fast has been broken intentionally, deliberately. Nowadays, most of people feed 60 poor persons. Feeding 60 poor persons is the kafara of breaking the fast in 1 day. But if the fast was broken by haram act, for example, we have got a person who has broken his fast by drinking water or drinking juice or drinking any drink or eating any material which is not haram itself. So, one kafara on him. But a person who has broken his fast by consuming haram item like drinking alcohol, eating pork, lying on Allah and the Prophet and the infallibles, that is an act which is itself forbidden, like masturbation, when the act itself is originally haram. And if that person broke his fast by that act which is itself originally haram, then he has to pay what we call it kafaratul jam', means the combined kafara, means 3, freeing a slave, which is not available nowadays, and fasting 2 months, and feeding 60 poor people, all together for every 1 day, which is called kafaratul jam'.
Ahsantum Sayyidina. We had another call, question regarding the asthma inhalers.
The inhaler is allowed during fasting as far as no material from the inhaler goes inside the stomach. Inhaler which reaches the throat only and makes the breathing easier. No harm. As far as no material, no liquid, nothing goes inside the stomach, that inhaler does not invalidate the fast.
Ahsantum. We have about 7 to 8 minutes left.
Yes, please.
MashaAllah, we have plenty of callers today. Please do keep it up for the remaining of these holy nights. Now, let's go back to what invalidates fasting. So we just reminder for anyone who might have joined in, invalidating salah is eating and drinking intentionally. Unintentionally, continue your fasting, and if you have anything in your mouth while you've remembered your fasting, spit it out. Eating one, number two, drinking. Three is sexual act, whether it's halal or haram. And if, for example, you are in the state of janaba, before the time of waqt al-salah, time of salatul fajr, you have to observe your ghusl janaba, to be tahir for your fast. And number four was lying about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His holy prophet or holy prophets, and Ahlul Bayt al-A'imma alayhum salam ajma'in. Whether lying as in swearing, for example, giving an oath. For example, a lot of say wallahi, for example, and I even recommend it to brothers and sisters. If you have this bad habit of using wallahi in your speech on everyday basis, by all means do so. Please stop it, because you're only risking your fasting. And even outside the Shahr Ramadan, Sayyidina, correct? It is makruh to use Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name.
It is a bad habit to swear. Also, among things which invalidate fasting is inhaling the smoke. Smoking. Inhaling the smoke invalidates the fast. Those who smoke should refrain from smoking during the fasting hours. Also, immersing the head inside the water. According to the majority of the maraji of taqleed, it invalidates fasting. Ayatollah Sistani says that the act itself, immersing the head inside the water, is itself haram, but it does not invalidate the fast. Okay. Also, from things which invalidate fasting is the enema. You know, in general, any injection. People take injection for medication, for any reason. To inject that, or to be injected, does not harm the fast. The only thing which harms the fast is the enema, which is used a liquid from the anal and to treat the constipation. That enema invalidates the fast. A liquid which is injected for treating the constipation from the anus, that invalidates the fast. Yes, please. Any other question?
Those are. So I've counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Did you mention the immersing the head?
Yes. Enema, immerging your head in the water, lying about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, al-anbiya wal-a'imma alayhum salam, sexual acts, eating and drinking.
Al-baqa' ala al-janaba, to remain on the state, to remain in the state of janaba.
Okay.
If the janaba happens during the night, so we must perform the ghusl of janaba before fajr. But if the janaba happens during sleeping during the day, because intentional janaba is haram during the fast. But if someone is sleeping and he had wet dream, then such janaba does not invalidate the fast, but he needs to perform ghusl of janaba for his obligatory prayers.
Ahsantum. We have unfortunately 3 minutes left. These 3 minutes I want us to inshallah discuss people who are exempt from fasting during the holy month of Ramadan.
Those who are exempted from fasting are, number one, the persons who are too old and their health does not allow them to fast, means they cannot fast. If they fast, their health will deteriorate, their health will become very bad. So they are exempted from fasting, but they need to feed one poor person for every day that they don't fast. Any ill person is exempted from fasting. But qada is wajib on him, obligatory, later on, after the month of Ramadan, when he is well and can perform the qada will be wajib on him. Also, a person who is traveling, the traveler does not have fasting on him. If he is traveling and where he goes, he does not intend to remain there for continuous 10 days. So any traveler who travels and his traveling period is less than 10 days where he wants to go, except when the fasting is not obligatory and even not allowed, not allowed. No one can say, I'm traveling, I would like to fast in the month of Ramadan. No. ليس من بر صيام في سفر. It is not good, not allowed. It is not allowed to fast during the month of Ramadan for the traveler.
صح. Unfortunately, Maulana, we have
Let
reached
me
the
end with one
Bismillah.
sentence.
By all means.
The best to do in this month of Ramadan, to repeat dua and istighfar. Dua protects us from hardships and calamities. Istighfar omits our sinful acts. The hadith says that the best to do in the month of Ramadan is to be pious. أفضل, the best is الورع عن محارم الله, to be very far away from any sinful act, sinful thought, sinful word, sinful seeing, listening, anything which is not allowed, to be away from it. That is the aim of fasting and the spirit of this great month of Ramadan. And don't forget to recite Quran as much as you can, remembering that every verse of Quran you recite in the month of Ramadan, you will get the reward of reciting the whole Quran in other months. And if you gift the reward of your recitation to the Prophet and Ahlul Bayt, your reward will be multiplied by thousands and thousands of times.
Subhanallah, Ahsantum Maulana. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, Sayyidina. Thank you so much for being with us tonight, and inshallah looking forward for the remaining of the live shows we have for this holy month. My dear brothers and sisters, would like to thank you for being with us tonight. I hope this show has been as beneficial to yourselves as it has been for us. For all our callers, thank you very much for calling and contributing to our discussion. And by all means, remember all the needy, the poor, the sick in your du'as. Never forget your brothers and sisters who are in need. Also, please, especially in this holy month, pray for the hastenance of the reappearance of our master, Imam al-Hujjah Ajallah Ta'ala Faraj al-Sharif. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all your amal and ease your fasting in these turbulent days. And all our brothers and sisters around the world who are fasting, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ease your fast and accept all your amal. Brothers and sisters, thank you so much. Inshallah, see you next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.